Hi, I'm Mary Alice, and today I'll be talking about my cell city. So here you will see a gate. The gate represents the cytoplasm, and it keeps the organelles in their space. And over here, to the left, you'll find a guard. The guard represents the cell membrane. It only lets in certain molecules in and out of the cell. Now here's a few houses. I did this just because it was feeling a little uneven and small, so I just did this. And here's the kitchen, here's the bedroom, here's the living room, and you'll find the dining room. It's kind of small, but I just had to go with it. So here you'll find the Coke factory, and this is the ribosomes. Now the ribosomes manufactures the proteins in the cell. So without the ribosomes, the cell wouldn't function because everything is needed in the cell to keep the cell working and keeping it from dying. Now, as we go over here, you'll find a garbage disposal, and this is supposed to represent the lysosomes. And the lysosomes digest the food and bacteria in the cell. So once you go inside, you'll find this large mass of lava, and you'll throw your trash in there, and it will digest the trash. So now it's gone, and it won't produce that big amount of trash just to lay there in the streets. Now next, you will find the trains and the railroad, and this will represent the endoplasmic reticulum. Now, the endoplasmic reticulum transports the proteins throughout the cell wherever they are needed. So basically with this, you can go wherever you need to go. This goes all around the city, so you don't have to worry about maybe being less than where you need to be. So as you can see, we're going right by the windmills and the water tower. We're going right by the city hall. So you go basically everywhere here, and you can either travel on this, or you can send something you need to get somewhere. Say you need to send a package to the post office. Well, you can just send that, or you can take it yourself on this, because it will drop you off mostly of the way close to the post office. So as we come to an end, you'll notice that it's gone all around, and you can really end up anywhere and find wherever you're needed to go. Now, right now, we're walking over to the post office. The post office is the Golgi apparatus. Now, the Golgi apparatus packages and ships the proteins throughout the cell, and then ships to different places. This is with the help of the endoplasmic reticulum, and it helps find the destination of where the proteins are needed. So now we will be going and heading to the mitochondria, which is the windmill. So the windmill, or the mitochondria, powers the cell or the city, and it sends energy throughout the cell to make sure that it's functioning and not running out. Now here's the vacuole. The vacuole is represented by a water tower. The water tower represents storing either liquids or food or proteins needed in the cell. And whenever they're needed, you can send it out and you will have it from the vacuole. Now over here we have a restaurant. This wasn't really needed. I don't know why I did it, But I mean, here's just a few seating areas. There's 2 floors. And now that we're out of there, we are going to the City Hall. Now, the City Hall represents the nucleus. The nucleus controls the cell and controls what goes on and how the cell functions. So in here, in this small area, you'll find the mayor. The mayor keeps the laws and keeps the city functioning so that chaos doesn't happen, and that's why the laws are created. So here's just a view of the town. I thought this was kind of cool to add, but I don't think it was necessary, but I just added it anyway. But this was represented by basically the power these both of these things have. And I thought all of this stuff kind of combined with each other and like what effect it has on that. And yes, thank you for watching, and this is my Cell City. I hope you liked it and learned something new. Thank you.
This is my cell city. As we enter, you see the cell wall, or the wall. This is the guard shack or the cell membrane. It lets some people in and other people cannot go in. The lake is what keeps all the buildings floating, or it's the cytoplasm. Here we have the vacuole, which is the water tower, because it stores all the water for the cell. The factory, or the Golgi complex, manufactures and processes all of the city's needs. It then ships out and everything, which is the railroad tracks to go all the way around the cell, or the endoplasmic reticulum. Here we have the town hall, or the nucleus. It is the town hall because I chose this because the town hall comes up with all the ideas for the city, and so does the nucleus. Back here we have the electricity power plant, which provides all the energy for the cell and the city, or which is the mitochondria. Here we have the farm, which produces the proteins for all the cities, or is the ribosomes for the cell. And here we have the greenhouse, which uses the sun's energy and converts it to food, which is exactly what the chloroplast does.